In the heart of a 6,000 square kilometer area, Quinte conservation is an integral part of ensuring environmental sustainability. In a region that is home to over 117,000 people in 18 municipalities, we provide strong leadership for the community. Our vision can lead the Quinte area into a better future for its ecosystems and residents. Our mandate is essential: to ensure the conservation, restoration, and responsible management of Quinte's water, land, and natural habitats through programs that balance human, environmental, and economic needs.
Quinte Conservation's goal is to create an ecosystem where people and nature live in harmony, and we seek to have a guiding vision of being the premier ecologically sustainable watershed.
The Quinte area is home to many lakes, streams, and rivers. A watershed is an area over which rain and snowfall drain into a common water body. The area Quinte Conservation serves is home to 3 watersheds: the Moira River Watershed, Napanee Region Watershed, and Prince Edward County Watershed. We participate in provincial water monitoring programs and employ staff to sample water from lakes and creeks, as well as local groundwater.
We have a wide variety of technical staff who are involved in monitoring stream flows, as well as monitoring precipitation and other environmental conditions.
Low water response and flood protection are 2 important programs. Quinte Conservation provides leadership, information, and preparedness in either of these situations. We coordinate the local low water response team who guide the community through situations of drought. Flood protection is another key service of Quinte Conservation. At any time of the year when there is flooding, Quinte Conservation helps prepare the municipalities so they can take appropriate action. Flood forecasting and flood warnings are just 2 ways we prepare the community for extreme circumstances. We also maintain 39 water control structures, 14 of which are used for flood control. Quinte Conservation staff monitor water levels, rainfall, and ice conditions in the winter months.
The primary goal of Quinte Conservation is water management for the purposes of protecting water quality and water quantity.
Water is an invaluable resource. After the Walkerton tragedy in May of 2000, it was recognized that more needed to be done to protect our sources of drinking water. Quinte Conservation's Source Water Protection Program focuses on protecting sources of drinking water rather than relying on treatment alone. A plan that assesses threats and vulnerabilities was devised in order to protect the Quinte area. The plan also calls for various approaches in preventing another tragedy.
We know we have treatment at municipal drinking water systems, but we want to make sure that the source water that goes into those systems is the best quality it can be before it actually gets to the drinking water plants to be treated. So if you start with good clean water to begin with, then you're far better off. And that's the whole purpose of this program, to make sure you're starting off with the best water, whether it comes from a well or whether it comes from surface water.
Quinte Conservation partners with many members of the community, including municipalities, businesses, school boards, friends of groups, landowners, and many more. We offer technical advice to municipalities, landowners, and developers, as well as review development proposals. We work with developers and landowners to provide protection of natural, healthy shorelines and wetlands. Floodplain advice is another way Quinte Conservation partners with the community. we offer advice to those wanting to develop in regulated areas.
We wanted to do it right, we wanted to do it legally. That's why we're happy that they went through Quinte Conservation, because we knew that they were professionals, and I knew that they would work with us because they recognized, as soon as she came down here, she recognized in talking to me how important it was that we have a shore well.
They advised us how we could put the house down on the property such that we wouldn't interfere with the watershed. Gave us some advice as to I guess basically how to go about that and go through the construction process. And they were also good enough to give us some advice on some other projects that we were considering at the time. We weren't going to implement at that time, but going to do down the road.
Quinte Conservation works with many partners on the Bay of Quinte Remedial Action Plan. After the bay was designated as an area of concern, the plan was developed in order to rehabilitate this watershed. Quinte Conservation works with Lower Trent Conservation, federal and provincial partners on the big cleanup. As a result of this program, over 800 hectares of wetland have either been rehabilitated or protected. Quinte Conservation is committed to working with the community to protect people, land, and water.
Well, we think that so much can be done just by informing people what the risks are out there, because a lot of people don't think about where their water comes from. If you ask the average person where their drinking water comes from, they would probably say the kitchen tap or something like that.
Quinte Conservation participates in many outreach activities for the public. School-based programs offer local students the opportunity to interact with nature and learn how to make a positive difference in the natural world. Over 15,000 students visit the H.R. Frank Conservation Area and Outdoor Education Center each year.
We need to teach our younger generations how important and sensitive the environment is, and so how we can adapt and change the way that we go about our daily lives to help protect the environment, make changes so that it's a better place for future generations.
Our Stream of Dreams program joins science and art to engage whole communities in stewardship, advocacy, and to give children hope, showing them the power of a dream. Students learn about their watershed and then paint a dream fish, which is installed on a community mural representing their hope for a future filled with clean water. Quinte Conservation's mission is to create a sustainable ecosystem where people and nature live in harmony. In a world with changing environmental issues, Quinte Conservation provides leadership in developing local solutions. With a staff of over 25 highly trained and dedicated individuals, we can address a variety of problems within our region. Our commitment, passion, and expertise are vital to the programs and services that we provide to the public. For more information about Quinte Conservation and how you can get involved, visit www.quinteconservation.ca. Quinte Conservation, protecting the places you cherish.